Hello, everyone, and welcome to this intuitive energy update or forecast. My name is Lisa Lyle. This is my channel here on YouTube, and yes, I came live a little early just because there's some sunshine outside. And although it's minus 13 or something, I would like to get out there and feel the sun on my face. So, this is our intuitive energy forecast for the week of February 29th, which is today. Happy leap year. We are being encouraged to leap onto the path of our dreams. And perhaps we're being encouraged to leap into the deep end of the pool so that we can swim through some emotional baggage that we have been hanging on to. We are on the other side of our Virgo full moon now. It was a doozy, and I trust and hope that you took care of yourself in the most nurturing ways possible. Personally, I know that there was a need for like one full day of absolutely nothing, and that was about 3 days after the full moon. So Tuesday, I was kind of um, a slug, just kind of laying around, hanging out. We don't have much coming up in this week with respect to astrology, although we are quickly approaching the time of the true new year, which is the spring equinox. And I have been guided, which is highly unusual. I've never been guided to do this or offer this before. I have been guided to open up 12 spots for 2024 and beyond yearly messages to coincide with the alignment of the true new year. So if that feels like something, and I was told that this is for people, for those who truly align with spring being the beginning of the year, and those who are really wanting to work with the energy of the new year, as well as this universal 8 year, which 2024 is. So if you feel like that could be you, these are really in-depth readings. They go month by month, so you receive a minimum of 12 videos in your package. So if that's something that you feel would be of benefit to you, you're curious, you're interested about, please do check out the link in the description box below. If you'd like to work with me for in any other capacity, whether it's a personal reading or an intuitive healing session, information to do that is in the description box below. And it's simply visiting my website and browsing around and see what piques your interest. So with all that out of the way, let's get into the energetics of this week. And I'm working with the combined Queen of the Moon Oracle and the Moonology Oracle. I've also been guided to the Animal Wise Tarot today to just get a feel for the animal guide that is working with us. Back in the day, a decade or so ago, I always used to do an animal and crystal of the week, and I haven't done that in a long time, and I'm feeling called to bring that back. So if that's something that you would like to see here again included in the weekly energy forecast, please let me know in the comments below. So first out, wow, expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. And we in fact have a lunar eclipse on with the next full moon, with the Libra full moon around the time of the equinox, which will be followed on April the 8th with a total solar eclipse. And then following that with the Aries new moon, we will have a partial lunar again. So this is really aligning with where we are. So it feels like if there's anything in your life that is needing a change, anything that feels stagnant and kind of dank and stinky, it's time to let it go, because this is an opportunity. And I just heard the words, expect new growth. So the more that you're willing to let go, the more that you're going to be able to grow, the more space you're creating within your physical vessel for the new to come in. This is often a forgotten about aspect of the ascension path, the ascension journey that we're all on, which is just basically our spiritual journey, a recognition that we are the vessel of light in this lifetime. One of the forgotten components is often integration. So we do all these things, we release things, we call things in, all of this stuff, and yet very little time and is spent on integrating the new. As we release and new stuff comes into our life, we must integrate the practices, whether it's a new daily routine, a new daily habit that we're beginning to uh, implement in our lives. We must give ourselves time. So, this feels like the month of March um, is really about making the necessary changes as we approach this new season, this new year in our life, the new zodiacal year. I don't know if that's a word, zodiacal. I just said it. But Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and I've often wondered why April 1st is called April Fool's Day. Does that mean the joke has been on us? Like, check it out. At the time of recording here, or the time that we're live, it's February 29th. Some years have February 29th, other years don't. Perhaps the true reason for that is because every month is meant to be a 29-day cycle, just like the moon. So this is all about aligning with your truth, aligning with um, habits that support you, aligning with routines that are supportive to you. This is a great time for a spring cleaning. Don't wait till the spring to start the cleaning. Start clearing the clutter out now. And expect powerful change. You are the powerful change. So, are you willing to be the powerful change that you came to be? These cards are all, oh, this one's standing up. So, I think it wants, right. Oh, perfect. The path, the waxing crescent, number 8. Wow. So, the change is all about your path. What are you here to do? What is the path of purpose that you came here to fulfill? What are you seeding? What changes are you seeding? And the path, as has been said many times before on this channel, it's different for each and every one of us, right? There are as many of us as there are. That's as many ways as there are to understanding our spiritual essence, understanding the truth of who we are. What I'm seeing here, okay. What I'm seeing here is like a mirror. And so it's like, do you like what you see when you look in the mirror? And the mirror could actually be a mirror. It could be the person that you're communicating with, because there's clues there. There's, mirror work is very powerful work. So perhaps this is about part of the change is to love and accept yourself as you are without condition in each and every now moment. So this week is really setting up to be powerful. The changes that you make this week, expect them to be successful. Expect them or intend for them to support your greatest and highest outcome in this lifetime. On the 10th of March, so we'll talk about that a little bit more next week, we have our new moon in Pisces. And then, as I mentioned, we will have the equinox. And then we're going to have our full moon in Libra. And then Mercury is going to be going retrograde. So there is a lot coming up that's going on. So I feel like this week is sort of like the transition week as we move rapidly towards this new season. So what you do this week is very important. So really bring some consciousness to what you're doing. set some intentions, and make sure that you follow through. The follow through is critical. We just can't say, oh yeah, I plan on doing this, I think I'm going to do that, and then not do anything. We must do it, because the time is ripe. I see this as the beautiful earth mama, the goddess, and this is the worm. Is that the worm moon? I believe we have the worm moon coming up. I'm not, is that what that says? Yes. I believe the next full moon is the worm moon, the moon in March. So this, I cannot stress to you how important it is to take action this week, to be the change. Because if nothing changes, nothing changes. Everything's always changing. Everything externally is always changing. And it's up to us to be the seed of change, the vessel of change. This feels so ripe with potential. It's a number 31. Anything that is not built on truth and integrity is falling away, and we're moving into this energy of the divine mother, the goddess energy, who is really stepping in, leaping in to her role in this lifetime. Again, if you feel like you are here on a planetary mission, you feel like you can feel the excitement of the change that is we are undergoing, perhaps that 2024 yearly reading, one of those has your name on it, because this is a powerful, powerful time. Okay, so let's get in to see what kind of animal support we're getting. Support from our friends in the animal kingdom this week. Oh, the channel's growing, everyone. At this point in time, I'm a mere 320 subscribers away from 1,000. And when I get to the 1,000, so many doors are going to open up for me. So please, I thank you for all your love and support. And if you haven't yet subscribed, it would be a phenomenal time to subscribe. And know that as you do, I am eternally grateful for our connection. Okay, come on. 1221. Maybe I was meant to see that. Which is, for me, the number of the mirror soul, the twin soul energy. Oh, wow. We have got the vulture, the tower, the vulture, death and rebirth, transformation. I love it. Life, death, and rebirth. And not too long ago, maybe a year and a half ago, I was down at the lake where I always go, and very rarely, only on a couple of occasions have I seen vultures down there. One time they were on the ground eating carp or something that had washed up on the shore. And the most recent time that I encountered a vulture down there, it was literally flying 10 feet over my head. And I kept watching it circle, and it was circling. And I'm like, okay, what is this message? I'm like, yay, death and rebirth. Okay, there's 2 more cards that want to come, so I'm just going to take them and put the cards away. I was like, what is this? What does this mean? And the message I received was death and rebirth take place in the same space. And so this is coming through, really letting us know that it's time to let go of something, right? We must be willing to let go. We must be willing to allow the tower to crumble, or the cookie to crumble and fall away. And then we can begin to bake again and create a new cookie that's much more palatable, much more sustainable. So in order for the new to come in, the old must die and fall away. And vultures are a beautiful representative of that. And the tower, it's not a frightening energy at all. It is one that we go through over and over again in our lives, right? Like it's a cyclical, not secular, a cyclical thing. So whatever's falling away, whoever's walking away, let it fall, let them walk. Because we do not at this stage of life, we do not need to be chasing anything. We need to simply be in the flow and allow what is meant for us to come to us. For weeks, I've been hearing the message that what is meant for you will not pass you by. And so it's really important to remember that as we're going through changes, particularly if relationships are ending, we're changing our career path, whatever it may be, we must be willing to let go of what is done and over in order for that which is yet to um, arrive to come in. If we're still holding on, we're not creating space to for what we really want and need and deserve to come into our life. So whatever is walking away, falling away this week, let it. And remember, you are the powerful change. You are the powerful change, and you are the fertile ground of life this time around. Your path is your path, and only you can walk your path. Others may join you for a while, hold your hand, hug it out, and then they may depart, and it's important to allow them to depart. Um, we don't need to convince anyone of our worth, right? We only need to be convinced of our worth, and then to create boundaries that support our knowing about who we are. The next up, we have the Knight of Ancients. It's fire and wands. It's the Komodo dragon, survival instinct and impulses. Yeah, survival instinct. Trust your gut. Trust your gut. And act upon the guidance you receive. Remember, we talked about making changes, clearing, allowing things to move out. Trust what you're being guided to move out. Trust what you're being guided to implement into your daily routines. Ancient wisdom is bubbling up through you. This is also speaking to me about like root chakra and that reptilian part of our brain that is all about survival. And we are shifting things. This is about, we are the revival of thriving on this planet. And so trust your gut in what needs to be cleared away. Move yourself away from this survival sort of instinct, fight or flight, and really move into, as you release and let things go, settle into the flow of what is meant for you will never pass you by. It is all coming. And abundance is our divine birthright. So, put that in your pipe and smoke it. And then we have got my favorite, the crow, the page of the winged ones, air and swords, unexpected magic and energy. And it goes right in alignment with the powerful changes, right? Crows are said to be the keepers of mystery, like the great mystery. Crows are incredibly smart. Many people are afraid of crows. I love them. Uh, Honestly, I love them and they follow me around. They're incredibly intelligent. They can remember people's faces, and I've seen videos out there. If you haven't seen them, go have a look. There's videos out there of crows bringing treats, treasures that they found to people. And one in particular that I saw was a little girl who was leaving food for the crow. And every day she would come back to the picnic table and the crow had left something shiny it had found, whether it was a coin or some sort of a trinket. And she had a whole case, like a tackle box, filled with treasures that she received from this crow. So this really feels to me about tapping into, geez, I'm all backwards here. This is about tapping into your own magic. You are the miracle worker in your life because God resides on the inside. This is about opening up to your gifts. So again, as you're letting things go, you're creating space for your own magic to flow through. Perhaps your magic has been covered by layers and layers of density, trauma and pain, drama. I mean, who needs it? Who absolutely needs it? None of us. And so this is about, I feel like, uncovering your own magic, discovering the magic of who you are. And this is a beautiful week as we roll towards spring here in the Northern Hemisphere and autumn over in the Southern Hemisphere. So that feels really, really beautiful. And when you see a crow, take that as a sign that you are on the right path. And crow is reminding you of the magical being of light that you are in that moment. So remember that. Let's get a few affirmation cards. One more. Okay, there we go. So our affirmation cards for this week is, oh, I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My income is constantly increasing. My income is constantly increasing. The more I release, my income increases. And it says on the back of the card, I begin now today to open myself to ever increasing prosperity. Yes, yes, and more yes. The next card is, my healing is already in process. Absolutely, it is. If you're here watching this, there's no doubt that you are healing and you are on the path of healing. So keep going. Weed that garden because you are growing. And it says here, my willingness to forgive begins my healing process. My own heart, I allow the love from my own heart to wash through me, cleansing and healing every part of my body. I know I am worth healing. Yes, absolutely, you are. And this is totally in line with that clearing energy. Big changes, right? Do what you got to do. Come on, come on, you can do it. And the entire loving universe is supporting you because there's so much goodness on the horizon for all of us. Believe, faith, the faith of a mustard seed. Keep going. Keep the faith. Faith is our strongest muscle and least used or utilized in this lifetime. I release all fears and doubts. Yes, I release all fears and doubts. Fear is the other side. On the other side of fear is love. Fear is the opposite of love. Where there is fear, how can love reappear? So, as the tower is falling, you may be afraid of the free fall, and yet your landing is assured. Okay. And it says on the back here, I accept myself and create peace in my mind and heart. I am loved and I am safe. I now choose to free myself from all destructive fears and doubts. Yes, yes, yes. You are the golden key. You are the seed of change. You are the seed of prosperity. Trust where you are being led. And remember, if a crow comes cawing across your path, it is a sign that you are indeed on the right path. Keep going because you are growing and together we are growing together. What a beautiful garden we are sowing. Thank you so much for being here. I trust that something here has been supportive to you. If so, please let me know in the comments below. Thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. We're almost there. Until next time, everyone, I see you. I feel you. I love you. Thank you so much for showing up. Your presence is indeed a gift in my life for which I am eternally grateful. Until next time, everyone, keep shining and clearing. We are supported, we are loved, and we are safe. Namaste.